Hello Capricorn, welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be what are the blessings or changes that's coming for you as a result of the eclipse season. Let's get started. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. As a friendly reminder, this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know if this is your story. We'll tap into your recent past, present, and future energies, just so that we could get a vibe of what's going on for you at this time. And let's see. Okay. So I see here in your recent past, I hiccup when I channel, but yeah, I see here in your recent past, you kind of kind of walked out from a situation, or you're not really seeing a situation for how you used to. You kind of like retracted your energy and tried to really go within and just be like, okay, is this somebody or something, a person, place, or thing? Is this something that I want? Okay. And I'm getting this kind of like a romantic connection, but obviously it doesn't have to make it fit to your situation. You'll know if it's your story. But I see here that there was somebody here that was not giving you what you wanted. Okay. They didn't give as much as you were hoping, and so there's definitely some sort of like distance that I'm picking up on here. So perhaps like this used to be somebody that you used to see often, but there was some sort of like stagnancy where you guys weren't able to communicate like you used to. And I see here in your current energy, like you have this very strong, overwhelming feeling of romance, like of love for a specific and particular individual. But this person, they're just like, their energy is very like sad, like very like depressed. They retract their energies. And it's been very difficult for you to kind of really connect with them because they're making it very difficult. I see that you've tried to make some sort of effort, gave them like hints and stuff like that, but because this person is so hurt and almost damaged in a way, like they're kind of like tending to their own wounds. And so they haven't really had the opportunity to give you the kind of attention that you want. And so they really like pulled back their energy. And so you're not really like speaking to them all that much at this time. In the future energies though, I see here that, you realize that whoever this was, even if like things don't go off in a romantic way, you realize like this person, they clearly are in the midst of starting a new beginning. And you realize that you want to be there for their new beginning. Like you want to have them in your life, regardless of like whatever happens between the two of you. But you decided not to just like hang on to this connection, like as if your life depended on it. You realize that you are going to be somebody, more of worth, by kind of focusing on you at this in the future is what I'm seeing here. So overall, that's like a great energy. I see some level of progression to making sure you feel more grounded and present with the overall picture and not just focusing on the details of a connection. So let's go ahead and dig a little deeper into what's coming for you specific to that of the eclipse season. Any changes, any blessings, all that good stuff. Let's see. What are the messages? So some of you are in this, in the midst of like being in like super manifestation mode, okay? There was some level of like stagnant kind of energy that I'm picking up in your life that you want to move on from, that you want to heal from. I do feel like some of you, it's like old ways of doing things, old habits, old beliefs that you used to hold close. Something that you were probably like maybe raised with, or you saw over and over again, like perhaps on social media, that this was what's normal and what's expected. But you realize like you make your own rules. Like when you start applying your life to other people's rules that doesn't align with how you think, it can be a very binding kind of a situation. And so you realize like, and this isn't something that you like accepted right away with open hands. Like this was hard for you to kind of like come into this realization that what you had thought, the expectations that you held, and now they're crumbling in a sense. It almost kind of doesn't help. Like it felt like it wasn't helpful for you to find yourself in a way. But when you started embracing that, hey, you know, that perhaps the old way of doing things or old perspectives wasn't serving you, and you were willing to admit that and move on, is what's going to bring about this joyous connection of the dots in a sense. So it's almost like an enlightening kind of energy that I'm feeling. And so but while you reflect, while you kind of come into this energy of, okay, we're going to try something new, we're going to have a different mindset, different perspective, it's taken a lot out of you. It wasn't something easy for you to do. Like as mentioned, it wasn't like an overnight thing, but the fact that you decided, that you almost like stared at your hurdles like straight in the eyes, and like was just like, you are not serving me. Like once you did that, like things started just kind of clicking. You know, things started making more sense. And but as mentioned, this took a lot out of you, and I feel like you're kind of still in the midst of getting yourself out, healing from the situation, and you've retracted your energy a lot, because your realization and your awakening in a sense really put into perspective of like, okay, of all the connections you have in your life. Who do you want in your life? Who has shown up? Who's been helpful? Like who is just more of a competition? Like you start to examine every detail and every connection you have had with other people. And I see that you're going to build more compassion. You are going to be very skilled at letting things go, not holding on to things, and the ability to start fresh and new. So let's go ahead and see, is there any final messages from the universe? Career, okay. So you guys had a little quick career question. What about it? So some of you have been contemplating on whether or not to leave your job or change careers or something like that. But it's saying just hold off for a second. Just hold off. I feel like you're not done with what you needed to do, and I see that you are going to be acknowledged and rewarded.